Make America good again.
Ba-dum.
That should be the 2024. Make America good again. If we can at least get it to good.
Let's get it to good.
Then we can work on being
Can we
great.
get it to good to great?
This is about control, everybody knows, everyone complies. We're the kinds of pros, I don't need a plane, I just hit the road, I do what I want, I can't sell my soul, market about to crash, this is what you chose, ruining the country, I've been best to go, you gon' take the mark, I take narrow roads, I'm a man of God, I can never fold.
Here we go. Welcome to the Protect Your Purpose podcast, where we talk whiskey, business, friends, family, and freedom. I'm your host, Matt Marchese, and this is the Another Repeater shirt.
It's not a repeater.
Oh, it's not?
I've never worn this one.
Who is that?
It's Biggie.
Slash.
It looks like Biggie. It's not, is it?
Slash.
It's
Prince?
Slash.
Oh, I can't, dude. It just looks like a faded piece of shit.
Slash. Smoking a joint.
And this is my co-host, Zach, the faded piece of shit shirt that no one could even tell that he had to explain.
And he wore it
Co-host
for the first time.
Grady. Welcome to the show, buddy.
First time wearing it, though.
No, it is so it's an OG. I messed up. I apologize. And of course, and my always sometimes lovely wife, Lindy, welcome to the show. Honey,
Hi, thank you.
you're very welcome. And it looks like Lindy already's got a coffee poured. A friendly reminder to
Drink your coffee, folks.
drink your coffee, folks. This is a show where normally we drink whiskey. But considering we're on Andy Frisella's program, doesn't allow us to drink.
He
My
says
program,
nay.
he say nay, yeah.
He's saying
For
nay.
70 more days.
My program
69.
My program allows us to drink. It's his program that fucks us all up. So today that messes us all up. So today, again, for the umpteenth consecutive show, it feels like about 100. We're drinking coffee, not whiskey, but we have our friendly little almost empty house whiskey reminder.
Just stare at us.
Just
My
to
mouth just salivated.
Yeah, that's what happens.
And-
Yeah, for sure.
We're all hungry as fuck.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Are you fasting? You're currently on a fast? What time do you break?
Sir.
Well,
I don't have a time. Whenever I feel.
okay, well, that's not, you
Necessary.
can't, you have to have boundaries.
way to open that can of worms for Matt to just
No
start
kidding.
fishing out of.
I
Zach.
don't eat until at least noon.
What's your diet,
Okay,
Zach?
at least noon,
Oh,
yeah.
whatever
So-
I want.
So 8 to noon, you do, what is that, a 16?
Yeah.
So
At minimum.
a minimum
So
16.
most days or more.
We are doing minimum 20s because we are serious about our fitness
But
and our health.
this
and our
one
wellness.
will be
Sure.
23 because the last time I ate was 5 p.m. yesterday.
And you guys,
So,
Unless you break early.
you guys do 16s on the weekend, though, correct?
correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
correctly.
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 Yeah, so we're doing we're doing 20s during the week. At Joel Staley's recommendation, I don't remember, we didn't remember when we were setting the diet for the program what exactly he was that he did, but I remember him saying that he on the weekends kind of loosens up. He's with his kids. It just makes more sense so he doesn't have to be so hard on himself. And then during the week, he's working all the time. It makes it easier for the fast. So we just kind of took that premise.
I do remember that
And
that
ran with it.
Monday he usually does a 24 to make up for
Oh, is that what he
him
said?
slacking on the weekend. Yeah.
Well, I'm not that committed. Yeah.
Well, and that 24 isn't a 24 either because it's a 24 plus the 16, so it's a
Yeah.
40.
And I've been with him on the weekends. He is correct about that.
Yeah.
He loosens up.
Yeah, he's
quite
at
a bit.
He is also at 4% body fat, and I'm closer to 40% body fat. So
Stop it.
he can also go fuck himself. No,
He's
I'm
worked
kidding.
hard.
I'm kidding. He's worked hard for that 4%, and I have no desire to ever be at that 4%. So we're on 20 at least. And there's been some days, man, when you're fasting, if you miss your window, that 20 goes to 23
And
or
then some.
24 real quick.
Like Lindy right now, she didn't get a beef stick last
I
night.
did not get a beef steak.
Yeah, last night.
She is
I
struggling.
made eggs, bacon, and some new protein-filled healthy ramen that
Ooh.
costs an arm and a leg for that health.
Yeah.
That's for
but-
the show, right? Everyone gets to take one of those home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. It did not taste like regular ramen.
What's
but
it called? Like,
I don't remember.
Protein ramen?
Emmy or something.
Emmy or
IMMI.
Pramen? Is it called pramen?
I don't know.
So we talked about last episode about waking up early and accomplishing all the goals. On the flip side of that, the earlier you wake up, the harder those
Oh my
fasts
God.
become because you're up
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock starving
That's
Yep.
exactly right.
instead of like 9 or 10
Yep.
o'clock starving.
That is correct. The
Yeah.
longer you are awake, the more the fasts suck. But the more energy you are burning, the better the results of those fasts. I mean, listen,
Also,
folks.
Misery loves company, and we talk about how hungry we are all day long. So it's easier to do when you're doing it with someone.
It's hard to have a full conversation. Mid conversation, I usually just break away and talk about food. And I'm like, man, remember back then? Remember
when we used to eat
cheeseburgers?
food?
Yeah.
Well, I told your husband, I'm like, I had a moment this last weekend when I was saying I'm not sure if I wanted to commit to 75 hard or not, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna be the only person on the podcast, or probably out of the Marchese's friend group period, that's not doing it. I can't be that one guy.
There's a
Matt
lot
would
of us
not.
doing it right
He'll
now.
call me at 3 a.m. and be like, "I'm fasting, bitch. What you doing?"
Oh yeah, we got a couple. It's not the whole friend group. We got a couple punk asses that.
See,
That's
exactly. I could not be part of that. What he's doing right
Be a
there.
Democrat and not on 75.
Yeah, you don't want to be that.
No.
And then Ian's going to be a gay Democrat off the
See?
program. He's
See,
screwed.
here we
What?
go.
I'm
Here
just
we go.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
This just goes to show he'll make fun of you either way.
Yeah,
so you might as well do
I,
what you wanted to do.
I shouldn't have committed.
You might as
no,
well
actually,
get a
I'm happy
burger.
I committed.
You might as well get a hot dog.
I'm actually really enjoying it, if I'm being 100% honest.
Dude, it makes you feel good, man. And
It
and
does.
The last time we did the 75 hard program, or the first time I did it, I realized the mental clarity aspect. Also, we've done keto. I have steered clear of all ketogenic type diets because I don't enjoy the Hershey squirts that comes with the ketogenic diet. It's amazing. But anyway, the mental clarity of the ketogenic lifestyle comes along with it. And if you add the fasting and you add the program and no alcohol, dude, it's been very quick turnaround, much faster than last time. We're typically, 2 to 4 weeks, you start to get a breakthrough. And I mean, I think it was 2 to 4 days for me this time. I'm like, holy shit, clear brain.
It's
that
almost
works
like
out
a
well.
haze or a cloud just kind of goes away because
Brain fog.
you said that. I think the second or third day talking about the mental clarity, and that kind of dawned on me. And I've been feeling it. Probably yesterday was the first day. I think that was our fourth day.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just woke up feeling a little bit different, more.
Energized.
Yeah.
Dude, I noticed this last night because I also made a commitment during it for
You
my
lasted
diet
longer than a
part.
minute?
My diet, yeah, that too. But my diet part to get rid of zero sugar sodas and energy drinks. And last night I went to bed at like 9:30 or something, and I woke up at 5 to go work out. And as I was going to my workout, that was the first time I had slept and not woken up at any point during the night
Nice.
in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to blame it on the kids and all this other
Life.
shit.
Like Lindy. With
But
those
I think
stupid bangs.
it's caffeine, dude. Like
sure.
it may not affect you like going to sleep, but it's still in your system and affecting you while you're sleeping.
That's very true.
So I would like wake up just randomly at like 2-3 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Our friend texted our big group chat this morning and said, can everyone just agree that Jesus had a day of rest and he drank wine? 75 hard seems sacrilegious. Just saying.
Agreed. It is. But
Wine should be okay.
listen, we'll all have a day of rest after we continue to pound our own brains. And listen, it's worth it. It's a good cleanse once a year.
But even during communion, they offer alcohol.
Yeah, bread and wine. Yeah. Oh, the blood of Christ. Give me
Here's
some
your
blood
grape
of
juice.
Christ. Yes.
Here's your grape juice.
Give me some blood of. Give
Oh,
me
that's
some
not
blood of
sugar-free
Christ.
grape juice. Sorry, I can't have that either.
Yeah. What if you take communion? There's got to be a calorie in that. Listen, either way, we're going down a rabbit hole. I encourage everyone to go back and listen to that Joel Staley episode. I don't remember what episode it is, but if you're doing a program and you're struggling to know what diet to do, I can tell you one thing: adding the daily or intermittent fasting to the diet will help you.
Ramps it up.
Well, so much of the program is cramming everything in, and the mind on figuring out what you're going to eat, what you can and can't eat. And if you do fast, and if you do long fast, 20-hour fast or 16, 18, 20-hour fast, it takes all of the brain work out of it, except for that one little window that you have. Usually you're home, so you don't have to worry about what am I going to eat at work, packing food. Like, grab your water bottle,
Every day
take
gets
it on
easier.
out. And what are you going to eat for lunch? Water. What are you going to eat for breakfast? Water. What do you eat in between for snacks? You eat water.
That's what I was saying earlier. I missed
Yeah.
breakfast so much during this fast, so I made breakfast and eggs last night for dinner.
Yeah. That's true.
Breakfast for
So
dinner,
good.
low key, is one
Oh.
of the best dinners there is.
It is.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So
Anyway.
just so you have some context, our audience, episode 57, the secrets to losing weight and building a better you. That is the one.
Joel Staley.
Check it out.
Shed Fat Fast.
He's awesome.
Shed
4% body fat.
Shed Fat Fast.
.com.
Yeah, he deserves the title. Anyway, all right, let's get started.
Yes.
We have bullshitted enough talking about someone else's program. Someday I'm going to talk about ours on this thing. In the meantime, what are we doing today? Today we're gonna watch some of the bullshit
Highlights.
Republican debate, which I have not seen a single bit
It was
of.
a clusterfuck,
I haven't
to
either.
say the least.
I have read some shit about the clusterfuckery, but I could tell you, sight unseen, it's stupid and it's a lie and it's bullshit. And sorry to all my my Republican audience who is eating this shit sandwich up that they're delivering to us, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's going to be a bunch of bullshit propaganda, and Vivek Ramaswamy and Ron DeSantis are going to be the best at delivering us the shit sandwiches, and everyone else is just going to fall flat on their faces.
And I obviously don't remember when this switched because I didn't really care about politics or anything. I don't really to this day, but
Yeah, until they started taking our rights away.
right. But when they started, even in our like campaign ads and stuff like that, when they started focusing more on bad mouthing the other candidates versus talking about how much good they could potentially do as the candidate, that's immediately when I was like, I mean, why are we doing this? Like, what good are you going to do? That's all I care about. I don't give a shit how bad you can talk about the other person. And I've already, like, a couple of the clips you were watching before we started.
It's in here. You're going to see
That's all it was, dude. Like,
What was it? You're talking about
just talking
them
shit about the
attacking
other
each other.
people.
They're mainly attacking Trump because he's not there. So that's...
Yeah, that one too. But
Well, I
How are you going to help this country? Donald Trump is not here. Why is he not here?
Why is he not here? Because
What are you
you're
campaigning
Sir, I
on?
ask you.
Why is Trump not here? Huh?
Because you're a joke. That's why. It should be someone should say, because, sir, you haven't even close to measured up against him in the polls, and it devalues his position to put him on stage with you. What the Republican National Committee or Convention or whatever their name is, the GOP, should do is clear this field out. Like, none of these idiots are going to...
They're battling for second place, and it's not even close to first place.
It's not happening. They're literally, I'm telling you this, I would bet 50% of the people on this debate stage are literally going to kiss Donald Trump's ass because they know good and damn well they're going to come
They want
nowhere
that
close.
VP.
Yeah, they're looking for a cabinet position on his, or maybe DeSantis, I doubt it, or maybe Ramaswamy, also doubt it. They're all just battling for a position in his administration. That's all they're doing. And they're going to embarrass themselves doing it. What the GOP should do is say, look, we have a clear front runner. He's clearly the one who's under attack. None of you are at all going to take any of his base. Trump owns the Republican Party, and no one has a chance of taking it. DeSantis was the only one that did.
Yeah, he's fallen way off.
And he's not going to do it. The Republican Party is going to say, hey, dude, you did a good job in Florida, but Florida needs a lot of work. Florida's financial situation, state of the insurance, state of their economy, state of their job markets. Florida's got a lot of problems. Why don't you sit tight and do what you promised those Florida people, promise those voters, and refuse to say that you weren't going to drop the governor seat for a presidential seat, and wait your turn, like the Democrat Party always does. Listen, Ms. Clinton, you sit your ass on the back burner until Barack Obama is done destroying the country, and then you'll get your turn to come in and fuck it up a little bit. But for now, Trump owns this party, and the Republicans need to stop with the bullshit and the dog and pony show and let the guy own the party. He is the one that the Democratic Party doesn't want in office. This is all, of course, assuming that he's not a part of the plan and they're all in cahoots together, and this is the way I'm supposed to be delivering this message. But at the end of the day, they're not even battling for second place. There is no second place.
It's a distraction.
No one's
That's all
going to
it is.
get Trump out of the seat. Ramaswamy and DeSantis maybe are the only two, and it's because that Vivek dude is such a wordsmith and so Barack Obama-esque with his delivery on words. But the Republican Party that Trump owns doesn't care.
No.
They're the grassroots America. They're the middle class. They're the blue collar. They're the farmers. They're not wooed by Obama or Ramaswamy. Like, Vivek's going to have a hard time taking away Trump's base because Trump's base is so ordinary, and they don't speak like that, and they don't understand that language. You know, anyway.
Not in a bad way.
No, not in a bad. They understand the words, they understand the language. They don't want to. They want someone who's going to speak to them how they speak. They want someone who's going to say that's bullshit when that's bullshit. Not, well, what I prefer to think.
I think
Trump says that's bullshit.
I think a lot of people are they've been tired of politicians, period. And Trump is not a politician. So I think so many people resonate. Like he's a lot of people, and I'm not a big Trump fan, but what I do recognize is that a lot of people resonate with him being one of them. He's just an ordinary, he's not ordinary, but he's not a politician. Politicians are what have fucked this country and continue to do so. I mean, just look what Biden, he's a politician. I mean, we don't even know if it's Biden. He could be the clone, but
listen, man, I was talking to a kid out on a ranch today who's got 4 guns. We purchased a ranch. The secret's out. We got a big old ranch in Nebraska, and the old property manager who ran the ranch sitting there. My kids run up to his truck. He's got 4 guns in his truck and a Trump 2024 hat on, and we're sitting there, and essentially he was talking about listening to the podcast, and he's like, yeah, I was listening to your podcast the other day. It's awesome, this, that, and the other thing. We end up talking about, politics, and here's how simple he put it. Midwest Nebraska kid. I don't know. It seems to suck right now, and when Trump was in office, everything was better. Like, we had more money, businesses were better, job opportunities were all the things were better. It's that simple.
It is.
Like, it's that simple. And what they do on this stage is, it's all theater. It's a clown show. It's bullshit.
A distraction.
It's a distraction. And what Trump understood, I think, and if he didn't understand it, it's natural. Whatever it is, people just want their lives to be good.
The guy is good with money. He's good with the economics. I mean,
it's very simple.
It showed in those 4 years.
Life was better. And if you, as a Democrat and as a Joe Biden voter, if you believe that your life is currently better and that the overall population agrees with you, I invite you onto the Protect Your Purpose podcast to sit in Zach's seat. Zach will sit in that seat. Lindy may or may not come. Probably not. And I invite you to come explain to me what is actually better. Because I can tell you right now, in middle America, where Trump voters are and where pure Americans are and where farmers are and where the products are coming from, your food is coming from, your cattle are coming from.
How's that mortgage rate going?
Dude, nobody feels that. Everyone feels like Biden told us it's going to be what did he say? A dark, scary winter, a winter of cold, dark, lonely. Like, he's right. He created a shitty environment. Anyway, off my soapbox. It's pretty simple. Whoever these debate people are wrong if they didn't just come and say, hey, remember when it was good? Let's just make it good again. Or make America great again.
Make America good again?
Make America good again. That should be the 2024. Make America good again. If we can at least get it to good.
Let's get it to good.
Then we can work on being
Can we
great.
get it to good to great? Anyway, all right, let's play what you got for us, Ian. Sorry for the reaction before the actual show.
You're probably spot on.
You want to tell him?
No. Ian, roll that video. Or, I'm sorry. Ian, tell yourself to roll that video.
Yeah, roll that video.
Space lasers.
That's a big one.
The space laser. I want to know how to do that. Maybe we'll do a class.
Don't know how to teach you.
All right, roll that video. Let's go.
We think about the fact that Vivek just said we were all good people, and I appreciate that because last debate he said we were all bought and paid for. I thought about that for a little while and said, I can't imagine how you could say that knowing that you were just in business with the Chinese Communist Party and the same people that fund Hunter Biden millions of dollars was a partner of yours as well. It's not nonsense.
So look, here's what I want to respond. These are good people who are tainted by a broken system, and it's not the fault of anybody who's involved.
Some of us are tainted, but the bottom line is when you say bought and paid for.
Thank you for speaking while I'm interrupting. While I'm speaking.
No, you said bought and paid for.
If I may finish.
You can't be on both sides.
Gentlemen,
this gives me anxiety.
One of the challenges we should have.
Please focus on the issues that
Wow.
Press pause.
Right?
Dude, what is going on?
Clown show.
Republican Party.
Get
Republican
your shit
Party.
together.
Tell these people when they come to your town that this is ridiculous.
That's the kind of trash talk I can get on board with, though. I like that.
Amen. Yeah.
He's not just dogging him. He's just stating the facts.
Yeah. Funny you should say, Mr. Bought and Paid For. That's what I would have told him. Like, oh, really? You want to talk about people bought and paid for? Let's talk about your involvement with the pharmaceutical industry. Let's talk about your involvement with Ukraine. Let's talk about your involvement with China. Because bullshit.
But also very pointless on a debate. I mean, what are we doing here? We're not talking about anything that matters.
Someone needs to come out there and say this, what I just said. The country sucks right now, and we need to make it good again. Make America good again.
What policies are you going to fucking run on? Donald Trump not being here is not a policy. And how are you fixing this country?
And look at these idiots just yapping over each other, embarrassing themselves like 3 middle school children.
Just wait, Matt.
This looks like my kids in the living room. Anyway, go ahead.
Looks like them fighting over a bedroom.
It gets worse, I'm sure. All right, press play.
Gentlemen, you'll have your turn.
One of the challenges
So listen up.
we should have
Please focus on the issues that matter. We know we can fix this in China. Everybody knows that.
If I may
focus on holding Joe Biden accountable. That's what we need to be focusing on.
I actually agree with Ron DeSantis, and I will say something.
Yes. I think you have more than time to explain your point.
Well, if I was interrupted by a lot of people here, and I want to be respectful because I believe these are good people, but I do not believe in these. We're sitting here in the Reagan Library.
Yes, I wish you
in
did
the
not
honor of Ronald Reagan's library. If I may, from one admirer of Ronald Reagan to another. From one admirer of Reagan to another. We cannot sit here and violate Reagan's commandments.
He's dodging it.
Let's have a policy debate.
What's going on?
Let us have a policy debate.
God!
Just one of many moments that was hard to hear, notably the first big knock on the frontrunner Donald Trump, who's up by 43 points nationally.
43.
It's not even a thing.
It's not on his record or his mounting legal troubles or his increasingly controversial remarks.
It's about to roll into another clip.
But on not showing up to tonight's debate.
Are you ready for this?
And Donald Trump hides behind the walls of his golf clubs and won't show up here to answer questions like all the rest of us are up here to answer. He put $7 trillion on the debt. He
literally
should be
like
in
a
this
middle
room
school.
to answer those questions for the people you talk about who are suffering.
You know who else is missing in action? Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight. He owes it to you to defend his record where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That set the stage for the inflation that we have.
Donald Trump should be here to answer for that, but he's not. And I want to look at that camera right now and tell you, Donald, I know you're watching. You can't help yourself. I know you're watching, okay? And you're not here tonight.
Might be the only true thing he says.
Not because of polls and not because of your indictments. You're not here tonight because you're afraid of being on the stage and defending your record.
Hold on.
You're ducking these things. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You keep doing that, no one up here is going to call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald Duck.
Zing!
How about I pause it there?
Burn. A zinger from stupid ass Chris Christie.
Typical middle school zinger.
We're not going to call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald Duck.
Take
that, Trump.
I wonder if he's looking back like, God, why did I say that? That was so...
No, he's looking back. He's so proud of himself for that one.
Did you hear me when I called him Donald Duck?
God. All right. Listen, first of all, I'm completely convinced that Chris Christie is a Democrat. Out of New Jersey, wouldn't be surprised. A lot of them are. He's certainly a fool, and somebody needs to tell Chris Christie to stop running for office, and he's not going to make it. He's not good enough. Get off the debate stages and to answer all of these dummies' questions, which is not a question. This is a game. This is an act. It's a clown show. The reason why Donald Trump isn't coming on this, or if I was Donald Trump, I wouldn't come on, is because you're embarrassing, and if you entertain the clowns, you become a part of the circus.
Beautifully said there, man.
This is a circus right now, and these are the clowns, and Donald Trump and his campaign manager, are saying, hey, man, this is a clown show, and if you get involved in it, you're going to stoop to they're going to wrap you up because they're going to go after you. Rightfully so. That's what we want. But clear the field with all these idiots.
So is Christie the bearded lady?
Yes, he is. Nice. That dude's going to run for president until he dies. So I don't know if this is how many. Does anyone know how many times he's ran? I think this might be his fourth run.
Third or fourth, yeah.
Third or fourth. Like, stop it, bro.
Give it up, sir.
You couldn't even pull in the double digits.
Ross Perot even stopped at one point.
Yeah, right. Even Ross Perot stopped running. Get out of here. So I think it's cool that they, go after Trump, but I think it's if I was on this stage, I would address the elephant in the room. Someone says, "Oh, Trump," and I would say, "Hey, everybody, guess what? This is Donald Trump's party." Right now, he's a clear front runner, and no one on this stage even has a chance. So
they've got to know that, though, right?
Right. Like we're battling for second, no matter what lens you're looking through. They're battling for second. One of these guys need to say that, and then say, "I'm prepared to take on Donald Trump one-on-one when the time is right, when I earn the respect of the American people and the Trump voters, and I can come anywhere close to his poll numbers.
Do they
Reality?
Do they
ain't
have
gonna
any
happen.
more? Don't they have more of that Scott talking?
Yeah, that's coming up next.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, let's go. Press play.
Some of the sharpest attacks we've heard against the former president so far.
Sharpest.
At the end of the debate, Ron DeSantis did hit Trump on his abortion stance. But for the Florida governor, whose campaign is trying to frame this race as a two-man contest, this debate may not have been what he'd hoped for. DeSantis didn't speak for the first 15 minutes of tonight's debate and set up Tim Scott for one of his strongest
Scott,
moments
that's
of
the
the
name.
night.
Florida's new Black History curriculum says, quote, slaves develop skills which in some instances could be applied for their personal benefit. You have said slaves develop skills in spite of slavery, not because of it. But many are still hurt. For descendants of slaves, this is personal. What is your message to them?
So first of all, that's a hoax that was perpetrated by Kamala Harris. We are not going to be doing that.
There is not a redeeming quality in slavery. He and Kamala should have just taken the one sentence out. Black families survived slavery. We survived poll taxes and literacy tests. We survived discrimination being woven into the laws of our country. What was hard to survive was Johnson's Great Society, where they decided to put money, where they decided to take the black father out of the household to get a check in the mail, and you can now measure that in unemployment, in crime, in devastation. If you want to restore hope, you've got to restore the family, restore capitalism, and put Americans back at work together as one American family.
Damn right.
Our nation continues to go in the right direction. It's why I can say I have been discriminated against, but America is not a racist country. Never, ever doubt who we are.
He should be.
We are the greatest country on God's green earth.
Good fucking message.
The city on the hill needs a brand new leader.
That message alone, I think you should be VP.
Yeah. So, yeah.
She's saying the right stuff.
I know.
Here's the deal. I've heard about this, in and out for the last couple weeks or month or however long it's been, with them messaging that slaves benefited from slavery. Like, I don't even want to get involved in that, because this is such an the low-hanging fruit for Republicans to go in and give the Democratic Party the ammunition for the gun that they also just gave them, and then get into close range for them, and then drop their body armor to lay out the field for them to get shot with the racist gun. Like, I don't know. Two things can be true at one time. Like, of course, there's a benefit to all things at all time. Like, yeah, we can just bring God in, and then bring perspective in, and we can bring experience in. I don't know what they were trying to do, other than whoever really delivered that message, which we obviously know
it was probably staged,
created to divide.
Yeah.
Just to stir the pot.
To stir the shit pot and divide America. Mm-hmm. But I think Governor Scott or whoever said it, I think they were right by saying, just take that one sentence out. Like, it's true. I mean, obviously, if you are developing skills, surely that is beneficial. But other than the outcome of division, why say it? Other than divide and stir the shit pot.
On this podcast, we know why they fucking said it.
We know exactly why they said it, because division is the goal, and because in order to create the control, there must be the divide. So, of course, throw that bomb in the middle of a shit pot.
Right.
Like, that's why they did it. But the people who understand what's actually happening should not be parroting it. Someone on this stage should be addressing that's why they did it. And I think DeSantis, I guess, started to say that and then got cut off with the
Tim Scott's like,
with the
all right, I got this.
Yeah, with the "I Love America" speech, which Lindy bought into, but whatever. It's all just so everyone's clear. I did love the message of it, but it's a script. Make no mistake about it. They come in with 5 to 7 scripts. Those are the ones that they want for their commercials, their clips, their shorts. That's a script. They memorized it, and that's why oftentimes during these debates, it's like, where the hell did that come? That didn't have anything to do with the answer to the question that I just asked you. It's because
I didn't memorize an answer for that question.
Their goal is to fight their way into being left alone and uninterrupted for 30 seconds so they can recite their script.
Perfect example of that is when we saw them arguing earlier, and Ron DeSantis came out of nowhere and said, "We need to hold Joe Biden accountable. That's what we need to do." No one's talking about that right now. What?
Bro,
it's because he's going to that script.
It's a script.
I haven't talked in 15 minutes. I don't know anything about this. Joe Biden. Can we go to that?
Yeah, people, debate watchers, regular everyday Americans. Hopefully you understand that they are literally in the mirror of their offices and of their bathrooms and of their residences for days and weeks prior to this, literally memorizing scripts that have been written by writers. That's why they're all the same. Vivek isn't plagiarizing Obama. He's got the same script writer because this is all a script. Because it's all a script. That's
fucking politicians for you.
And if you don't know the script, it's a movie. Yeah, you know what else has scripts? TV shows, movies, Hollywood.
Genius move by Donald Trump not to go there, though.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
Now,
Literally.
after this, they're probably... I mean, most people are going to be like, well, we need Trump more than ever now.
You
These
entertain
guys
the
are fucking
clowns,
idiots.
you become part of the circus, man. Steer clear, Mr. Trump. All right, let's go.
Well, yeah, there's one more good clip on this one.
All right, let's
now,
go.
unlike the first debate where Vivek Ramaswamy was able to get under the skin of some of his fellow candidates, the rest of the stage hit back tonight hard.
Oh, they knew he was going
to an answer Ramaswamy gave on TikTok and the aggressive response from Nikki Haley.
You joined TikTok after dinner with boxer and influencer Jake Paul. Should the commander-in-chief be so easily persuaded by an influencer?
So the answer is I have a radical idea for the Republican Party. We need to win elections. And part of how we win elections is reaching the next generation of young Americans.
This is infuriating because TikTok is one of the most dangerous social media apps that we could have. And what you've got, I honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say. Because I can't believe here you've got a TikTok situation. What they're doing is these 150 million people are on TikTok. That means they can get your contacts, they can get your financial information, they can get your emails, they can get text messages, they can get all of these things.
This is very important for our party.
Exactly what they're doing.
This is very important for our party, and I'm going to say
you've gone and you've helped China make medicines in China, not America. You're now wanting kids to go and get on the social media that's dangerous for all of us. You went and you were in business with the Chinese that gave Hunter Biden $5 million. We can't trust you. We can't trust you.
Amen. I'm with her.
She busted out.
I hate her.
She busted out the old Billy Madison line.
Yes.
We're all dumber for having heard that.
And to be honest, we're all dumber having heard that. She did. And again, part of just to rewind a little bit, circle back to the last comment. It's a script. She waited for the moment, the right moment, and she executed it. But make no mistake about it, America. Make no mistake about it, audience. It was planned. It wasn't like Nikki Haley is witty and came up with that. Someone told her, when you get an opportunity, you say this.
When he says TikTok, you interrupt and be like, "Ah,
yeah,
China."
Right. You relate to that. You do that. But again,
two things can be true at the same time.
I hate Nikki Haley, but I agree with what she said. And Vivek Ramaswamy, he's got some work to do because he's got kind of a dirty little... He's got kind of a dirty little track record, too.
Came on full display.
They all
even
do,
those
though.
little clips.
Yeah.
They all do. Every politician does.
It's because they're all the same.
Literally.
It's because they're all the same. But, and again, whether Trump is our guy or not, I mean, he went through this rigor. He went through this round and round on his past. And, I mean, he's got some skeletons. He's got some dark shit on this. And who knows if he's a globalist. Who really knows? But at the end of the day,
he's our guy.
Well, we know he was the vaccine salesman. We know he locked down our country.
He had to. At
well,
that point.
maybe he was tricked.
Something you said, though, I really resonated with, and that I've never really looked at with Trump. At the end of the day, ask yourself one simple fucking question. Was this country better? Whether you're a Republican, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're gay, straight, whatever the fuck you are, or whatever you resonate with, was this country better?
Yeah. The kid on the ranch, Josiah. Ask Josiah.
We're getting some really good shit. The dude, when you went
Very
bungee
simple.
jumping, said shit's better on the other side. Like,
yeah.
I love these people that influence, like
these kids, you're talking 25, 26, 27, 28 years
even mean
old.
to.
These are America. Like, you want your message? Hey, was your life better or worse? Break it down pretty simple.
That's it. Just
'Cause
stupefy it.
Yeah. They're simple kids. Like, They just want a good life.
You get 2 grocery bags for $200 now.
Yeah,
People.
It's also why we need an age
on.
limit on politicians too.
You don't
Old
need-
people don't understand this country anymore.
You don't need to be a single issue voter or whatever they call those. Like, dude, if it's a single issue, break it down as simply as you can. Was your life better or worse? Was the business you own or you work for making more money or less money? Could you buy a house? What was the strength and value of a dollar then versus now? How much did it cost you for bananas? How much did it cost you for groceries? How much did it cost you? Like, just who gives a shit about what the clown show and what the media message and the package delivery carriers are delivering to us with their little scripts? Just look at your life. Don't watch any of this. Because there's 2 people in this election, the Democratic Party or whoever they put up for sleepy Joe Biden, clown-ass Joe Biden, and the Democratic Party and whoever they decide to put up, and Donald Trump. We've got what we need. We don't need to be a part of this clown show. Like, we know what Trump was now, as we all know, and particularly with Obama, but we know what second-term presidents do also. Second-term presidents, they have no...
Do not give a fuck.
Right. They have no re-election up on them, and that's where they start destroying. And that'd be my concern with Trump, which is why eventually he's going to have
His
to come
true
on
colors
here.
come out. What's he going to do?
Yeah. Is he gonna put the nail in the coffin? I don't know. And maybe we've got RFK. Maybe
Is he
we've
gonna
got
fire more people.
I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing. I've never felt more patriotic than when Trump was president, and I don't know if that was part of the division.
Remember
but
the fireworks?
The American people, I don't know. I felt like it was everyone loved America, and I feel like.
And for the last 4 years, it's not okay to love America. You're fucking racist if you love America right now, and that's sad.
That could have been part of the division, though. You know,
We used to say Christmas, and now we have to say holiday parties again.
I thought about this the other day, dude. I was walking down the street and saw a house with a flag out front, and you just automatically assume they're right or Republican.
Yep.
Like, how are we to that point? Like the left can't even display a flag of pride in the country they live in.
Do you understand why?
I do, but it's just
it's crazy that we've come.
It's
to that.
weird. It's just weird to think about. Like, you live in this country and you're ashamed to put a flag that represents that country out in front of your house.
Yeah, they pledge allegiance to a different flag. They pledge allegiance to a BLM flag. Why? Propaganda machine told them to. They pledge allegiance to a LGBT flag. Why? Because the propaganda machine told them to. Why are they doing that? Intent to divide and conquer and devalue America and if they put out a message enough time that America is racist, America is evil, America is this, you should be ashamed of your flag. You should be ashamed of your country because your country is flawed in the worst of ways, which is bigoted, racist. Like that's why they pick these topics, because they're the worst. To demonize our own country, and then people say, well, I'm going to if I put an American flag up, I also have to put a BLM flag up or I'm a racist. I also have to put up an LGBTQ plus flag. I also have to, no, there's one flag, one nation under God. That flag stands for every single person in this country, regardless. And it also stands for every single person outside of this country. Because we have always welcomed other citizens. We have always welcomed legal immigration and asylum seekers. We have always stood up for every country in this world, especially and particularly our allies. But why? Of course, it's awful. You walk down and you got a flag out, to your point, probably not a Democrat.
Right.
They're radical.
Yeah. Well, that's the end game. At some point, that's the agenda, is they're going to take that American flag down because it doesn't stand for unity. It doesn't stand for all, just like they're doing to our statues. But as we've learned from the documentaries and the books and history, when countries are on the brink of societal collapse into communist or socialist societies, this is what they do. They tear down statues. They tear down all value in that country.
Start rewriting the history.
They start rewriting the history, and what they start with is taking away the purpose of the country, the things that bind us. And that's like literally, that's why we say on this show, without purpose, we don't have freedom.
They start changing the names of historic army bases around the country.
Of course, because they take away the purpose that people identify with, that have encouraged people to stand up for. And if they could tear away our purpose, they could tear away our freedoms. Like, that's what's happening. Take a look, read a book. I don't know.
Get on 75 Hard and read.
Yeah, get on 75 Hard and read. Or, Frisella, who I just got told again the other day that I remind them of Frisella. Not my intent. Actually, you told me that. That's how I ever even heard of Frisella, was you telling me, dude, this guy is you. You are this guy. You've got to listen to him. And truth be told, I listened to him at first. I was like, well, if I'm this guy, fuck me, because this guy's annoying. And I bailed on him for a little while. But, dude, he does a great job articulating the message and understanding what's going on. There's a lot of podcasts out there. There's a lot of documentaries out there that are explaining this story. If you don't understand it, dive into it. Or bury your head in the sand and wake up one day and you're not free.
You're like him even more, because people get on our social medias and call you annoying.
Yeah, it's perfect. It works out great. No two ways about it. He is annoying and I am him and I am also annoying, and I'm sorry for that.
And here's the thing though too. At the end of the day, it's okay to disagree, but what you need to have is an educated opinion. Do your own fucking research. If you think something sounds crazy, research it. Look it up. Don't believe the media. If someone's telling you the sky is blue, go outside and look up. Oh shit, the sky is blue. You were right. But what you did there is you educated yourself and not just blindly believed what the fuck is going on.
And the people who are claiming to do their own research, to piggyback on that, don't go and assume that MSNBC or CNN has actually done the research. And second layer of that, don't go and assume that MSNBC or Facebook and their fact checkers, which are bought and paid for by the exact same owners of the same companies that are also doing the same message, that is doing your research. Also, don't believe anybody who is coming through the exact same system. Like your doctor, like, I'm sorry to say this, but your doctor just came through the government education system and they are taught the exact same things. They're wrong. They're not lying. They believe what they were taught because they did that. Well, the news told me. Well, the education system told me. Well, the education system is the government system. Like, it's all bought and paid for by the donors. The donors are the pharmaceutical companies, the big businesses that own all the things. They're controlling the message. So just because, well, my doctor said that, your doctor is parroting what they were told.
Yep.
They're also wrong in many cases. And I'm not saying don't trust your doctors, because there's a lot of things that aren't politicized in medicine. But just
there
because
sure
your
are a lot though that are.
You're damn right. There, and more every single day. You know, and you look at it from the Bill Gates, Microsoft, you know, you create the problem. You invent the system. You've got the system, and then Bill Gates also invents a virus, and then Bill Gates sells the antivirus. Sound familiar? Apply that to regular life. So the pharmaceutical industries, the government, like, listen, maybe best case scenario, they're just all into it for the money, I guess. I find that hard to believe, but I don't know. Don't believe everything you're told. Do your research and then do another layer and read some counter research. Read some shit that make a decision. Well, this seems more because of this likely, or this seems more because of this likely. You know, that's what they do with this propaganda machine, is they include truth in there to validate their lies. So in all of their lives, they give us just enough truth to say, well, that's true. Why would they tell us the truth?
Gives you something to grab onto.
And then, right, gives you something to latch onto. Yeah. Why? Because if they didn't, it would be very easy to identify. They're hiding the lies amongst truth. What else we got on this show?
That's it.
You got anything else to say? What do you think of all this, honey? I haven't let you say half a word yet on this show.
I agree.
2 words.
I agree.
I'm like Josiah. Just our country was better, and I'm not saying that Donald Trump is the end all be all, but I can tell you that
it was better.
Yeah, it was.
Why was it better?
Truly, there was no inflation. There was no, our country was thriving economically, and
yeah,
I miss that, and I want to go back to that. And
however that why ever that was, just bring that. Just do that. So
Make America good again.
Make
I
America
love that,
good
bud.
again.
I love that.
Yeah, we should do
We ain't
hats.
great because we can't get to great because we ain't even fucking good.
Zach, let's make some hats right away and say "Make America Good Again."
Okay,
He's
I'm on it.
All right. In the Protect Your Purpose writing, do I have a Protect Your Purpose hat on?
You do.
You do. You only wear Protect Your Purpose hats.
Sometimes I sneak a Serve Pro hat in there. I put I saw a ranch hat on one of the episodes, like that ranch we went
Brush
to.
Creek.
I think that's going to start happening a lot more often.
Oh, we need our own ranch hats. Let's go. Anyway, all right. Well, you got anything else to add to this thing? Sorry I didn't let you talk a whole lot either, but
You never do. It's
welcome
fine.
to being a part of a show that I'm on. I told you. Remember when we first started talking about this? We were like, "Well, we'll split time."
No, who said that?
That dumbass.
You just got to find your spots to talk.
Like it's like a debate. It's like a Republican debate in here.
And then I just throw some dumb shit out
You're
there,
like I told you.
Or cry.
You're the Frisella, so you articulate things a lot better than I can. We
Definitely
think about a lot of the same things. You just say them better, so it's better.
You are the wordsmith.
I'll take that as a compliment. I don't feel that way.
It
Vivek
was.
Ramaswamy is the wordsmith.
Such a
Hopefully,
tough name.
hopefully I don't annoy the shit out of people as much as that guy does. But I don't have as many words. Like he's got lots of words, like
Big
good,
words.
big words, good words. I've got words like the and shit
and fuck.
and fuck and duh. No
But
doy.
that's what your average American resonates with. You know what I mean?
Pretty simple. Make my life better, man.
Trump's
Those are the
not
words.
a super articulate person.
No.
Yeah,
Hey, and we forgot to say, if you are enjoying the show, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button because it's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel.
Put that at the beginning.
I agree. Yeah, just cut that out, put it back in the beginning. Anyway, people, listen, thank you all for joining us. As always, we appreciate your support, your love, sharing the show, liking, subscribing. The channel is growing. It's gaining more traction.
About to hit 7,000 subs.
We're going to hit 7,000 subs on here, which is a big deal, considering, we started with none subs. None subs. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on all the places except for the terrible TikTok, as Nikki Haley put so eloquently, and also on our Spotify,
Apple
Spotify podcasts. Yeah, go at least download some episodes on the Spotify if you're on the road and you want to listen to. We appreciate all the love and the support, and it means the world. And hopefully we can maintain our status as the freest podcast in all of the land. If you keep sharing and you keep liking the show, we certainly will do that. So thank you again, and as always, people, find your purpose, serve your purpose, and protect your purpose, people. Peace.
1, 2, 3.
Boom.
1, 2, 3.